Alright. Set up real quick. Alright, Shalom Akim. Right, this is your brother Zakariella out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Right, holding camp. And before I get started with this, I'm going to say, Call Halayim La, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, HAITIANS. Double honors unto the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Yakim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Yakwat that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all, Barakatha. All right. So once again, we out here, man. The Lord's blessed me to be out here once again to prophesy, right? To speak the words according to the scriptures, right? One of the things that these camps are known for, man. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that these camps are known for, right? What the whole Hebrew Israelite thing is about, you know what I'm saying? It's about us coming out of these scriptures, man, to teach the people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians who they truly are. They are the Israelites. They are the Israelites of the 12 tribes. Of the 12 tribes. Right? Right? Of the 12 tribes. And that's through the diaspora, the diaspora. That's what we've been sent out here to do, man. We've been sent out here to reach our people and to teach them of the upcoming doom and the upcoming persecution and also the upcoming salvation that is promised to a third of them. That is promised to a third of them, but only to those that return back to the Most High Power that made them. Right? So let's start this off. Start this off with Matthew. All right, let's go to Matthew, the 10th chapter. Okay, this is Matthew chapter 10. Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. It says, These 12 Yahawah sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and unto any cities Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Right? We've been tasked, and we're following in the footsteps of those apostles. We're following in the footsteps of those people that came out here, you know what I'm saying, that came out and preached the word, right? In season, out of season. Those of our people who went throughout Greece, Rome, right? Samaria, all these different places where the apostles were sent at. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the book of Acts speaks about what their actions were. The actions were to go out and to preach to the people, right? And that's why the scriptures say in the 24th chapter that this gospel shall be preached throughout the whole world. And it says in the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, right, that this should be that we should raise this towards the gates of the nobles, and the gates of the nobles are the ones that are hearing this right now, man. They're hearing it, then they're spying on us, they're watching what we're doing, they're listening to what we're saying. You see what I'm saying? Because they know that the awakening is happening. It can't be stopped. It cannot be stopped because this is not of man, right? This is not of man. This is of the Most High. Right? So let's go this. Let's continue to say. Let's continue to read. Verse 7 says, And as you go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and the kingdom is at hand, right? Before we get into salvation, we have to go into this this time of persecution, this time of Jacob's trouble is coming upon us real soon, right? Real soon we're gonna have to deal with these famines. We're gonna have to deal with the food shortages, all right? We're gonna have to deal with power outages, all these different things, the things that's gonna put our people on edge, and all the people are gonna be put on edge with this, right? A time unlike any other is upon us. And we're seeing the beginnings of that. Right? We're seeing the beginnings of these times. See what I'm saying? Verse 8. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Right? And these go into powers that was bestowed upon the apostles. Powers that was bestowed upon the followers. To go out there and preach the word and what? To show signs and wonders in the name of Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. You see what I'm saying? That's what the purpose was. Right? As Yahawashi said, if you're not going to believe if you're not going to believe the words that I speak, then believe for the work's sake. Believe it for the work's sake. You see these spiritual wonders that's taking place. Believe on that note. Believe on that note, because the Most High is about to lift up the standard among His prophets and among His followers, among the servants. You see what I'm saying? Among the servants, He's about to bring out all that spiritual power upon us. We're gonna be able to heal. We're gonna be able to do marvelous things, man. The things that vocab alone wants to scoff about. He wants to laugh about. Right? All these Christians, they lack the faith. They lack the faith in what's written in these scriptures, what's written in the epistles of Paul, right? That our bodies shall be changed. You see what I'm saying? And the very fact that we're out here preaching the word is spiritual power in itself. That we can break down these scriptures, and we can break down the prophecies, we can break down the parables, right? And we can speak it clearly, with concise manner. You see what I'm saying? Let's get the book of Isaiah. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 61. Isaiah the 61st chapter. First verse, it says, the Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord Yahawah hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and to open the prison to them that are bound. You see what I'm saying? And this is the same person that sent out the apostles. And the apostles had those that were under them. Right? He sent out his disciples, they became apostles, men fallen under their tutelage and under their leadership, and became preachers themselves. You see what I'm saying? And through the reincarnation, Lord willing, I'll be a part of that number. We are those people coming back here in these last days. In these last days, we are out here preaching the word once again. Right? The same thing that was written to the book of written in the book of Daniel. Right? Daniel was told this. Go out, and then you're going to die, and then you're going to preach again in the last days. Now you're going to come into your lot. This is that time. This is that time. Right? Verse 2. Isaiah 61:2, it says, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Most High Yahawah, and the day of vengeance of our power to comfort all that mourn, man. The acceptable years upon us. The acceptable year is that same year that's spoken of in the book of Joel, the book of Amos, right? The same year. You see what I'm saying? This is talking about the day of the Lord. And the day of the Lord is coming upon us, man. Right? Verse 3, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beautiful ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified, man. These are those times that we're entered into, man. Right? It's Isaiah, the 13th chapter. Isaiah 13th chapter, starting at verse 1, it says, the burden of Babylon. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake their hands that they may go into the gates of the nobles. You see, these are those things that the prophets have been out here doing. The prophets have been out here telling the people of what's about to come, and your refrigerator is about to be empty. You see what I'm saying? Your gas price is about to shoot through the roof, man. Right? Nobody wanted to listen to what we were saying. But now what's going on? Now Biden is talking. Now Biden's saying, hey man, this food shortage is gonna be real. You see what I'm saying? Now we got wealthy people saying you need to have a backup plan because this dollar is about to be finished real soon. Real soon. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter. Let's get it. Let's get this real quick. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33. It says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. You see what I'm saying? Then they're going to know that a prophet has been among them. That's when they're going to understand. That's when they're going to get it. They're going to understand. They're going to get the point. You see what I'm saying? They're going to get the point when they start hearing all these sirens going on, man. A grievous noise that everyone's going to fear when they hear it. You see what I'm saying? All right? Because the writing's on the wall to the point where you can't deny it anymore. The writing's on the wall where you can't sit here and say, oh, it's not going to happen like this. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's for a long time down the road. You know what I'm saying? We'll never see that in our lifetime. You see what I'm saying? So let's go to Joel chapter 2. Joel chapter 2, verse 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in mine holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of Yahawah cometh, for the day of Yahawah cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever since ever the like. Never shall there any be, never shall be any more after, even to the years of many generations. Right? This is the same thing that's been written of in the book of Amos. The same thing that's written of in the book of, Zephaniah? Zephaniah. The same thing, over and over. The same thing that's written in the book of Ezekiel. Right? That sword is coming. That sword is sharpened. And that sword is furbished. And it's about to be given into the hands of the slayer. And Esau is about to be unleashed out here. Esau is about to be unleashed. And all these jakes that's been playing around out here, they're going to get a rude awakening real soon, man. Yahawah spoke of this. Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." That's the reason why time is speeding up. That's the reason why, man, because Esau's about to bring down the hammer. Esau's about to bring everything he's got. Everything he's got. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's going to come as a thief in the night, because the people don't see it. The people don't see it. They're sitting here looking at the Oscars for the first time in how many decades? Huh? How many years has it been since people have actually looked at the Oscars? And now all of a sudden, since this one nigga slaps another nigga, now we need to start looking at it. Now all of a sudden the whole world stops and needs to hear this little buffoonery that's going on. You see what I'm saying? But Yahawah said what? Said what? Be not overcharged with surfeiting. Be not overcharged with surfeiting. You see what I'm saying? That day would come upon you unawares, man. Verse 42. Matthew chapter 24, verse 42, it says, "Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh." You see what I'm saying? The time is coming, man. The time is coming, and people are going to be caught unawares. They're going to be caught off guard, and ain't nobody going to know what's going on. Ain't nobody going to know what to do. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to have answers. They're going to be looking for their boy Biden. He gonna be gone somewhere. You see what I'm saying? All these jokers are going to be out there in their bunkers, right? Ready for the elect to snatch their ass up. Right? They're going to be looking for Kamala. Where your girl Kamala at? Huh? Huh? All you so-called black women. Where your girl Kamala going to be at? She ain't going to be out here worried about the sister code. She ain't going to be out here worrying about the sisterhood. You see what I'm saying? You jakes done played the okie doke far too many times, man. Far too many times. Right? Salakia. Lucky, the wind is starting to pick up. All right. Right, this is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help." Right? In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. Right? In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. And indeed, the only thing we've been looking for was help from a nation of people that couldn't care less about us. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't care less about it. So I brought this out not too long ago, man. Just a couple days ago, right? These devils felt the need to finally pass a bill saying that lynching is a hate crime. The fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Moab got all these rights. You see what I'm saying? The alphabet community got all these rights. The last ones to get anything mentioned is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. Now what we talking about? We talking about the tribe of Gad. They're getting a piece of their land back. A piece of their land back after 400 years. You sitting here telling me that this is a righteous kingdom, that this is a righteous rulership? Huh? No, ain't no such thing, man. Let's go to Micah. Let's go to the book of Micah. This is the nation that cannot save us. You looking for help from these people that don't give a fuck about y'all, man. What the hell's wrong with y'all? Let's go to Micah. All right, this is Micah, 2nd chapter, right? Micah, the 2nd chapter, verse 1, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. And they covet fields and take them by violence." They take them. They don't ask. They don't ask, they take. They don't pay for that land, they don't buy that land, no, they take that land. You see what I'm saying? They take that land, just like that one scene in the movie The Black Panthers, right? Right, where what was his name? Killmonger, what did he do? What did he do? He went and he said, I'm gonna take these artifacts. I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna take these artifacts. And that bitch had the nerve to say something to him, say something smart to him. My man said, what? Did y'all pay for any of these artifacts? Did y'all pay a fair price? Did you ask? No, the fuck you didn't. What you did, you coveted fields. That's what you do. You covet the fields, you covet the precious things, right? That's what it says in the book of Joel. Right? They took my goodly pleasant things, man, my gold, my silver. You see what I'm saying? You got to cough all that stuff back. You got to cough it all up. And that's going to be taken, right? It says that they come. Yeah, you can call it that. I'm out here preaching words.
You know, Jesus said, I'm the water of life, right?
That's what Yahawah said.
He spoke to that woman at Capernaum, right?
Capernaum, yeah.
Yeah, and they said people were wondering why he was talking to a foreigner.
Let's get that.
Well, he asked her for water, right? Because she was filling her jars at the well. And he said, I have water you don't know about.
Right? Keep going.
And he told her that she had been married to 7 husbands.
Right.
Recently, people were joking about thirsty days.
That's right.
And then she went into town and told everybody that what he was talking about, that he knew everything about.
So what's your nationality, man?
Oh, well, I don't know.
You see the sun?
It doesn't really matter, right?
You see this?
It doesn't really matter, you know why? Because when Satan was tempting Jesus after 40 days in the wilderness, he said, if you're the Son of God, turn these stones into bread.
Yeah,
And Jesus said, well, my food is to do the will of my Father who sent me.
That's right. That's right.
He said, for out of these stones I can make sons of Reuben.
And what is his name?
Well, definitely not to do what Satan tells him, just to prove that he's the Son of God.
Right, so let's get this. This is John. This is the book of John.
Listen. people tell you you're a character when you're young, you are. As in a room, a frozen stone, a graven image, an idol.
Items.
Right? So if you're dead, stuck on stupid, and the son of Abraham is Israel, right? That was the name. That was the name of what was his name? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph.
But there were many sons of Jacob.
Which son was called Israel?
Jacob was called Israel.
That's right.
Jacob was called Israel.
So the
In the Hebrew,
the nation of the Jews.
The nation of Israel. Yes, that's right. Jacob was called Israel.
After Jesus died, what they told everyone is that all of them who are true believers in Jesus Christ.
Well, let's get it.
Those who are the word that Jesus said, I believe in Jesus Christ.
Oh, hold on. Slow
I
down.
believe in Jesus Christ as in the Savior,
I hear you.
one true Son of God, the Messiah.
I hear you, brother. Now
And
let's
obeying everything that he says to do is the son of Abraham. And he's the nation.
let's get into it. We start off with Jacob, right? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
I'd like to donate some funds for your cause, sir.
Oh, that's
Here you
fine.
go. Please accept this gift. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
All right. All right, so on that note, Akim, let's get this. This is the book of John. It's the book of John, chapter 4, verse 16. It says, let me start up. Let's get the context here. All right, let's get the context. We gotta get to the understanding of what Yahawah was saying to the woman at the well, right? This is John chapter 4. John chapter 4, verse 7. It says, there cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Yahawah said unto her, give me to drink. For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat. Then said the woman of Samaria unto him, how is it that thou being a Jew askest drink of me, which is a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Yahawah answered and said unto her, if thou knewest the gift of the Most High, and who it is that saith thee, give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. Right? He would have gave that living water, man, because all this is going to come into the Gentiles as well, man. When they come, when the times for them to come and serve the Israelites, right? After their sentence, when they serve us for 1,000 years, what's going to happen? They're going to go into their own plots of land, and they're going to serve us as tributaries, right? And they're going to keep our laws. They're going to keep our laws. And what is that living waters? What is that living waters? The law. The law. You see what I'm saying? This is the living waters, man. The word of truth is the living waters. And that's coming from the spirit and power of Yahawah, right? As the spirit is upon the apostles and the elders and the brethren, right? And all those that come out of the prophecy, to bring the prophecies, the spirit is laid upon us to do this work. You see what I'm saying? To bring out these prophecies, to bring out this living waters unto the people, man. This wisdom and knowledge. This wisdom and knowledge, man. Just like that dude, he was going off, you know what I'm saying? He was going off talking about how this is coming to the Gentiles and everything like that. The only thing that's coming to these Gentiles is a new rulership under our rule. That's what's coming to these Gentiles, man. You see, in that term, they're going to receive the goodness, right? They're going to receive goodness after they serve their sentence, which they must serve. You see what I'm saying? They have to serve that sentence. They have to be put under subjection to serve that sentence. You see what I'm saying? Let's continue on. Because that dude was going off, man. That dude wouldn't let me speak, man. He wouldn't let me speak because clearly he had something to say. He had something on his mind to say, so I just let him talk. You know what I'm saying? Ended up giving me a couple coins. So, you know, it is what it is. But look, man. Look, you see, at the end of the day, the Most High is going to show the whole world who he's really come for. He's going to show the whole world what he's really here for. And he's not here for everybody. He's not here for everybody. Salvation is of the Israelites, right? Salvation is of the Israelites. Of course, he wasn't going to let me get to that precept. Right? He wasn't going to let me get to that precept, man. But hey, that's just how it rolls, man. He said, the woman said unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? Art thou greater than our father Jacob? Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well, and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle? Yahawah answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. See what I'm saying? Whosoever shall drink of this water shall thirst again. But what? But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. And the woman said unto him, Sir, give me this water, that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna be the light to these. We're gonna be a light to these Gentiles, man. Beginning with those Israelite foreigners. Those Israelite foreigners have to be grafted back into where they belong. They gotta be grafted right back into where they belong, man. You see what I'm saying? This dude wants to say that our nationality doesn't mean anything, and they all say the same thing. They all say the same thing, that our nationality doesn't mean nothing, but it does. You see what I'm saying? But it does. It means everything. It means everything, just as what the Apostle Paul was explaining, right? These are the Israelites to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. You see what I'm saying? These are the ones that need that salvation. We are the ones. Those that's on this sign, man, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. Reading it on down, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulon, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, Naphtali. All these have to come back into the fold. All these must come back into their proper roles. You see what I'm saying? Every one of them. Let's go to the book of Baruch. Let's get that. Let's get the book of Baruch. Right, this is the book of Baruch. The book of Baruch. Let's get chapter. Chapter 2. Baruch chapter 2 verse 1, it says, Therefore the Lord hath made good his word, which he pronounced against us, and against our judges that judged Israel, and against our kings, and against our princes, and against the men of Yasharallah and Judah, against the men of Israel and Judah, right, to bring upon us great plagues, such as never happened under the whole heaven, as it came to pass in Jerusalem, according to the things that were written in the law of Moses, that a man should eat the flesh of his own son and the flesh of his own daughter, Moreover, he hath delivered them to be in subjection to all the kingdoms that are round about us, to be as a reproach and desolation among all the people around about, where the Lord has scattered them. You see what I'm saying? That's where we are. We're in our lands, we're in lands of our captivity. We got to get up out of here. You see what I'm saying? Not everybody. Everybody ain't got to get up out of there, man. Not everybody was under the covenants. Not everybody was scattered. Not everybody was placed into this captivity that we have to deal with, man. You see what I'm saying? Just as it is written in the book of Daniel. This has never happened to any other nation aside from Israel. No other nation under the heavens has ever been dealt like Israel has been dealt. No other nation. Chapter 9. Daniel chapter 9 verse 11, it says, "Yeah, all Israel has transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses." And the oath, no one else was placed under that oath, man. No one else was placed under that oath. No other nation was placed under that oath, as it is written in Psalms, right? The book of Psalms 147. Psalms 147, verse 19 and 20. Right? The oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him. And he has confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven had not been done as has been done upon Jerusalem. You see what I'm saying? No one else has been done to us. No one else has been done this same dealt this same way, except for the Israelites, except for those that are the inhabitants of Jerusalem. That's who has come upon. You see what I'm saying? It says we are yet in this day in our captivity. We are yet to this day in our captivity, man. We need salvation. We need deliverance. We need refreshing. We need a reset. We need to be taken up out of here, man. You see what I'm saying? Not everybody on this planet is called a nigger. It's called a spick. It's called a wetback tonto. Not everybody on this planet. It's the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. These are the ones that's called savages. These are the ones that's called ratchet. These are the ones that have no businesses. These are the ones that have no thriving communities. These are the ones. These are the ones. The same ones that are constantly dealt in this wicked kingdom the way that we're dealt. We're the ones. We're the ones that need to be saved out of here. We're the ones that need salvation. You can't give that to everybody else, man. Everybody else ain't been under this covenant. They ain't come under this thing with blood. You see what I'm saying? Shit, let's get the book of Psalms. Let's go there. This is the book of Psalms. Psalms chapter 50. Psalm chapter 50, verse 5, it says, gather my saints together unto me. Gather my saints together unto me. Those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Ain't nobody else dealt with that. Ain't nobody else dealt that way, man. Ain't nobody else. No, the Most High Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi was never dealing with anybody else. No other nation. Shit, I mentioned it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Right? It's book of Psalms 147 verse 19 says, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahawah. You see what I'm saying? No other nation knows about this. No other nation has been dealt these promises, has been given these promises, and coincident, as a consequence of that, you see what I'm saying? No other nation was given the curses for breaking those laws, for breaking that contract. Only one nation was given that contract. Only one nation was given that contract. And therefore, all these curses will fall upon that one nation if they broke it. All these curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, that fits us like a glove, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. This is book of Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. It says, and thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause them to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. You see? See what I'm saying? No one else was dealt with. No one else was dealt with as harshly as the Israelites. No one else was dealt with these kinds of dealings, man. No one else. You see what I'm saying? These people over here calling themselves Jews, they're saying that they've always known that. They're saying they've always known that. That proclamation itself proves that you're not the people. Saying that in of itself proves that you're not the people, because the prophecies say that the Israelites would forget who they were, that they would lose their way, that their women would become whores in the streets, that their sons would be killed out in the street corners, right? They would be killed out in the streets. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. You see what I'm saying? Says that her children would be killed out in the streets, man. This don't fit nobody else. It don't fit nobody else, man. Right? But Jacob's trouble is coming. Jacob's trouble is coming. That time, unlike any other, is on its way, and it's fast approaching right now, man. You see what I'm saying? Bishop Nathaniel is just now starting to come around, saying that this is a thing, that Jacob's trouble is a thing, and it's coming. You see what I'm saying? He's just now starting to come around with it, right? But just as the elder apostle of Ramlan, right? Just as he pointed out, watch what happens. The more these prophecies begin to show themselves. The more these prophecies begin to show themselves, everyone's going to come out of the woodwork pretending like they've always taught this. Everyone's going to come out of the woodwork pretending like they've always been about the doctrine. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's going to start saying, "Oh yeah, I've always taught that the mark of the beast is this or that." You know what I'm saying? I've always taught that Jacob's trouble is no. You see what I'm saying? By their fruit shall you know them. A tree is known by its fruit, man. It says, "Then shall it be known who am I chosen." Right? Nahum. Right? The book of Nahum. Nahum chapter. Oh, Slocky, not Nahum. The book of Habakkuk. Slocky. I don't know why I said Nahum. The book of Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2, it says, "And Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time." You see, it's not something that's going to come when people are expecting it. It's not something that's going to come where you know what I'm saying, where people have the clear vision or the clear perception of what's going on out here. No, man, that's not when it's appointed to come, man. It's appointed to come when the Most High is ready for it to come. Right? You don't just sit there and say, "Well, I feel. Well, I think." No, man, what does the scripture say, man? The scripture say that it's at a certain time, certain place, right? Because even though Bishop Nathaniel wants to pretend like he's always spoken about Jacob's trouble, you go back in the time when he was dealing with that Benjamite, right? And that Benjamite had him on the road sitting here talking about there's a time that's coming, as it is written, that's going to supersede slavery. It's going to overshadow the times that we dealt with in slavery. Because this is going to be a time, this is going to be a time unlike any other. I'm going to just leave it there. This is going to be a time unlike any other, right? Where the people are going to sit here and say, "We've never seen this before. We have never seen," and indeed, we've never seen it. We've never seen it. Who has seen Skynet in real life, where robots is out here destroying the people? Who's seen it? No one has seen it, right? No one has seen it. Who has seen the Leviathan? No one has seen that. The type of things that the Most High is about to show out here is going to be incredible. It's going to be real. It's going to be real. It's going to be undeniable. Then it's going to be known. This is Jacob's trouble. This is Jacob's trouble, man. You see what I'm saying? When they start bringing out that charagma, here's your chip. Here's your local chipping station. Come get yours today. That's when people are going to know we are in Jacob's trouble. When people are being called this or being called that, being called traitors, right? They're being called domestic terrorists for denying this chip, for saying no to this chip. That's when the people are going to realize we are in Jacob's trouble. You see what I'm saying? This is going to be a time where nobody's going to be able to say anything against it. They won't be able to gainsay against it. You see what I'm saying? Right now we're hearing wars. We're hearing wars and rumors of wars. Right now we're hearing about Putin drafting more of his people in in Russia. You see what I'm saying? So if we're that close to World War III, how much closer are we to the MOTB? How much more closer are we? All right, let's get Ezekiel chapter 7. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, power and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come." You see what I'm saying? The time is coming, man. The time is coming where nobody's going to be able to scoff at it. Nobody's going to be able to say, "Oh no, that's not happening." Nobody's going to be able to come up with any excuses, man. HOR is not going to be able to come up with no excuses. IUIC, ISUPK, all these different people, these different doctrines. No, the only one doctrine is going to stand is what's written in the scriptures, man. What's written in this book. Go to Revelations. All right, this is Revelations chapter 19, verse 10. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi. Worship the Most High Yahawah, for the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy." Right? The testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. And if you ain't coming out of this book, what does it say? It says in the book of Isaiah. Right? Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20 says, "To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them." Right? Because there's no light up in them, man. That's why. That's why. If you can't come out of these scriptures, man, in the purity thereof, you ain't got no light. The light's not up in you, man. And you can't be ashamed of this doctrine. You can't be ashamed of the gospel. You can't be. That's why Yahawashi said, man, he that is offended in me, and he that is ashamed of me, I will be ashamed of him. He that denies me shall I deny before the Father. You see what I'm saying? Get verse 18. Isaiah 9 verse 18, it says, For wickedness burns as a fire. For wickedness burneth as a fire. It shall devour the briars and thorns, and shall kindle in the thickets of the forest. And they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke. Through the wrath of the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi of hosts is the land darkened. And the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. No man shall spare his brother. Out here, man, when we see Jacob's trouble in its full bloom, when we see Jacob's trouble in its fullest, man, it's going to be absolutely real out here. Absolutely real. You see what I'm saying? The stuff that you only see in movies. The shit you only see in movies. You see what I'm saying? That's what's going to be the norm out here. That's what's going to be the norm. And it's going to be like it's written, as it is written, as a woman in travail it's going to be coming. Oh, it's going to be coming and coming and coming and coming, and it won't be stopped. That's what is written. All right, so let's see. Jeremiah chapter 15. Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 2. And it reads, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. You see what I'm saying? People are going to come around looking for answers. They're going to be looking for solutions. They're going to be looking for solutions to what they're dealing with. They're going to be looking for solutions to what they're feeling. They're going to be looking for solutions. Where are we going to get some food from? Huh? They're going to be looking for solutions to get some food in their children's bellies, in their own bellies. You see what I'm saying? Oh boy. It's gonna get desperate. Desperate times is gonna get real, man. People gonna start eating the flesh of their loved ones. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. These people think this is a joke out here. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. The Most High is he's about to take away all mirth from this land. He's about to take away all laughter, all joy, all jolly shit. He's about to take it all away. You see what I'm saying? And these people are going to be, they're going to be experiencing nothing but hardship and turmoil and destruction all around them. They're going to be afraid, so afraid. On every corner, on every side, they're going to be afraid, 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 afraid. Chapter 30, verse 5, it says, but thus saith the Lord, Yahawah, we have heard a voice of trembling. We have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. And not of peace. Ain't gonna be no peace out here, man. Ain't gonna be no peace, no jolliness, no happiness. Ain't gonna be none of that. Right? Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Right? Because when a woman's in travail, she always holds her stomach, she holds her loins because she's in pain. What's going to happen with these men out here, man? They're going to be turned into little children, into women. They're going to be freaking out. The day of gloominess, man, the day of darkness, not of light, not of light. It says, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. You see what I'm saying? Israel's got to be saved out of this time, man. That's why Yahawah said that the time has to be shortened. It has to be shortened. You see what I'm saying? Because if we are not taken out of here quickly and in a hurry, Ain't no flesh gonna be saved. Ain't nothing gonna be coming out here for us, man. Because these damn devils ain't coming to save us. Ain't nobody out here coming to save us, man. Right? As the scriptures say, who turns aside is to see how thou doest. Nobody turns aside to see how Israel's doing, man. But they got the nerve to say that all of us can come up into the kingdom. Fuck you. All the shit that you did to us. Fuck you. Especially the so-called white man. Especially y'all. Fuck y'all. Y'all sitting here thinking that y'all can get into the kingdom? On what merit? On what merit? Sitting here talking about, oh, well, I believe too. No, you don't. No, you don't. Let's get that. Let's get that. Because the wicked are estranged from the womb, man. The wicked are estranged from the womb. Talk about some we love, love. Y'all ain't shown love to us not once. Not once. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 16. It says, but unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? You see what I'm saying? What the hell, what business you got here talking about we can come into these covenants, we can come into these times, we can come into into the blessings. No, the hell you can't. No, you can't. This ain't for y'all. This ain't about y'all. You see what I'm saying? Y'all furthered the affliction. That's what you've done. That's what y'all did. That's what your role was. Your role was to bring unholy hell upon the Israelites. That's what your role was. Ever since the book of Genesis, that's what your role was. Huh? Just like the scriptures say, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody on this planet as profane and wicked and full of fornication like Esau Edom, man. Salakia for, shit. Just a little excited right now, man. Also a little cold, but bear with me. Right? But what's going to happen to this people? What's going to happen to this people? Huh? What's going to happen to these people? Let's go to Ezekiel. Let's go back to Ezekiel. Who turned aside? Who turned aside to ask how we do, man? To ask how y'all doing, man? You know what I'm saying? I see that you guys don't have any businesses. The reason you don't have any thriving businesses is, first of all, because you don't have any good capital. You know what I'm saying? You don't have any good capital. Secondly, your education is full of crap. Your education is full of crap. Right? And every single election year, you niggas go out there and you vote for the same thing, which is nothing. Which is nothing. Huh? They never improve your education. They never improve your livelihoods. Huh? The only thing they got up in here, the only thing they got up in your communities is what? Planned Parenthood. You know what I'm saying? A church on every corner that's doing nothing more than preaching plantation Christianity. Nothing different. Nothing different. Liquor stores, hair stores. Nothing more. Nothing more. Speaking on this plantation Christianity, let's get this. This is Ezekiel the 22nd chapter, verse 25. It says, there is a conspiracy of her prophets in the midst thereof, like the roaring lion and ravening the prey. They have devoured souls. They have taken the treasure and precious things. and made her many widows in the midst thereof, man. That's what this doctrine of Christian sanity has done. That's what this doctrine has done, man. This plantation Christianity has done nothing more than destroy our people. Her priests have violated my law and have profaned mine holy things. They have put no difference between the clean and the unclean, the holy and the profane, right? The holy and the profane. Now that they show difference between the clean, the unclean and the clean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths and I am profane among them. These devils have sent all these agents in your communities, all these boule niggas up in your communities, talking about some God loves everybody. Eat your pork. Eat your pork chops. Huh? That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Let me pick up the sun, Slock it. Bear with me, Akim. Slock it. Right? And it says, I am profaned among them. What does that mean? What does that mean that the Most High is profaned among these false prophets, among these so-called pastors in these churches? Huh? Pastor T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, Joel Osteen, Benny Hinn, all these different freaking agents. Why is he profaned among them? Why is he profaned among them? Because when you get into these scriptures, it talks about discipline. It talks about the laws. It talks about the salvation is only towards the Israelites. That's what it's talking about. It's talking about the true doctrine. It's talking about the true gospel of the kingdom being preached. That's what it's talking about. That's what it's talking about. You see what I'm saying? That's why it says that the Most High, He is profaned among them. Her princes in the midst thereof are like wolves, ravening the prey to shed blood and to destroy souls, to get dishonest gain. To get dishonest gain. Where do we get that precept? Let's go to Micah. Let's go to Micah. Micah 3:11. Right? And it reads, the heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Dishonest gain. You see? Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us. Right? That's what these devils is all about, man. And they're about to be sore displeased when Jacob's trouble hits. When Jacob's trouble hits, all these people that's been going to their congregations, right, religiously for 20, 30, 40 years. You see what I'm saying? Now they're starting to ask questions. Now they're starting to ask questions. Now they're starting to see something's not right here. Something's not right here. All the shit that we're seeing going on around the world, and we're seeing wars, rumors of wars. We're seeing a change in social economic status. We're seeing a change in the economy. We're seeing all these things that's showing us plainly that the end is here. The end is upon us, and we have not been raptured yet. That's what they're asking questions about. Why ain't we been raptured yet? Why ain't we ain't been taken up out of here? Why? Because You told us that there was going to be some 7 year tribulation. You see what I'm saying? That's what you told us. You told us that we was going to be up out of here before all the bad stuff happens. You told us that we was going to be out of here before the people started getting real nasty. And we're seeing people really getting nasty out here with this LGBTQ stuff. We're seeing people openly becoming witches and warlocks. We're seeing open Satanism, open worship of Satan, openly worshiping this wickedness. We're seeing it at an all-time high. At an all-time high, we're seeing it. Why ain't we been raptured yet? That's what these Christians is asking their pastors. That's what now all these pastors got to come out here and address the Hebrew Israelites. Now all of a sudden these people got to come out here and address what the elephant in the room is. And we're not even in the room. We out here in the street corners. We out here in the street corners preaching the word, the gospel, the doctrine. That's what we out here doing. You see what I'm saying? Now they're forced to address us. Now all these Christians want to do what? They just want to follow something. They just want to ask questions. They want to see what's up with the people. They want to see what's up. Why are these people leaving our churches now? Why are they leaving our churches now? Why aren't they putting money in our collection plate? Huh? Yeah, because there was men that had already left the church a long time ago, right? That was abundantly clear. That was abundantly clear. Wasn't no men in these churches no more, man. You know what I'm saying? It turned from there being families in the churches, right? Turned from there being families in the churches to being single mothers in the churches. Ain't no men in the church no more. Right? Because what are we seeing? We're seeing effeminate men and masculine women in these churches. That's what we're seeing a consistent theme of. And it's only gotten worse. And it's only gotten worse, man. Right? They call it the Jezebel spirit. They call it the Jezebel spirit. Yeah, man. Yeah. What's the scripture say about that? Revelations chapter 2. Revelations chapter 2 verse 20, it says, "Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which was calling herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols." This is what we've seen in these churches. This is what we see, the inconsistency among these, with concerning the scriptures, right? They prophesy falsehoods in the Lord's name. What are the real prophets out here doing? What are the real prophets out here doing, man? We're out here teaching the word without price. Without price. Get it for free. Get it for free. Especially goes out to our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, man. Right? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 16. It says, for though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yeah, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. Woe is unto us, the real prophets, the children of Yahawah, the ones that are preaching this word. Woe unto us if we don't preach it. Woe unto us if we don't preach it, because we've been compelled to do this. We've been compelled to do this work. And woe to us if we don't do it. Woe to us if we don't do it, man. That's why the scriptures say in the book of Ezekiel, man, if the watchmen don't sound the alarm and the death comes to take all those that sinned, their death is going to be on the watchmen's hands. You see what I'm saying? And we are the watchmen appointed. We are the watchmen out here to do this work. Verse 17, it says, for if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. And that's that reward that we're looking for. It's the lot among the 144,000, so that we can be crowned. And we can have our place among the new rulership. That's what we're looking for, man. Just like the Apostle Peter asked Yahawah, what's in it for us, man? What's in it for us? We don't forsook families, we don't forsook mothers, we don't forsook our wives, we don't forsook our children, man. Huh? What's in it for us? And Yahawah said, you will sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for that penny. We're working hard for that penny so we can get up out of here and we can have the dominion. You see what I'm saying? All of Israel is going to be all right in those days, man. All of Israel is going to be just fine in them days, man. But we're looking for the true prize. We're looking for the true prize, man. We've been called for this. We've been called for this task. We got to perform the task. We got to perform the task. Make thy calling and election sure. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. What is my reward then? Verily that when I preach the gospel, I may make the gospel of Yahawah without charge, free of charge, that I abuse not my power in the gospel. You see? For though I be free from all men, yet have I made myself servant unto all, that I might gain the more. And the glory that's coming unto us is going to be unfathomable. Unfathomable. And that's what we fighting for. That's what we aiming for, man. But to get there, we have to get through Jacob's trouble. We got to get through Jacob's trouble that's coming upon us real soon. It's coming upon us real soon, man. Like I said, we got rich people talking about this economy is going to crash very, very soon. Now we got rich people saying, huh? Food shortage is about to spike. It's about to get real, man. Now we got the White House telling you openly that this is about to happen. Huh? The prophets have been telling you this long time ago. The prophets have been telling you that this mark is coming, that this MOTB is on its way. Now all of a sudden we're hearing it from Klaus Schwab, and he is pushing it, and everybody's pushing it, and every country now is talking about digital this, digital banks, digital stores, digital grocery stores, digital gas stations, digital this, digital ID, digital pass, everything else in between. You see what I'm saying? For the vision is yet for an appointed time. All right, let me see if I can finish that off. Let's go back. Let's go back to the book of Habakkuk. Okay? Habakkuk chapter 2. It's lucky. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 again, it says, and the Lord asked me then and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. Right? For it surely come and it will not tarry, man. All right. I'm gonna cut that there, man. This has been camp. This has been camp out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. I'm your brother Zakari Yella, right? Holding camp out here. I pray this was edified to y'all, man. I want to say, call hello, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Yahawashi, right? Pray this was edifying. You know what I'm saying? Pray that you brothers stay true out here in the faith, man. Right? Continue on your watch, continue on your square, man. Continue to push the gospel to the best of your ability, man. To you Akim out there, shalom to you that's been pushing this truth, that's been laboring in this word, and is pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come, that's on its way real soon, man. Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi. Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi. Shalom to you Akwat out there that's listening in. Salaki that's listening in, that's remaining true to faith, remaining faithful and submissive to your husband, guiding your children, right? Stay firm out there. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatha. Shalom.